All right, here in Brisbane, grand arrivals, Nikita Tszyu. Mate, when does sort of flip, when do you flip that switch and sort of zone into the fight?
I feel like I already have. The moment that I was separated from my family, that's where the shaving of the head, it's like a ritual for me of getting into that mindset. And yeah, I'm already in there.
A lot of talk about Michael's experience in this fight and how that'll sort of, advantage him. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it will advantage him. He does have all the advantages, but in boxing, all it takes is one punch, really, and everyone has a fighting chance.
What everyone's sort of saying he's got a lot of advantages. Obviously, up in weight in this fight for yourself at 157. Do you think that favours you more, or does that favour him?
I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? We're still gonna fight. He's a pretty small middleweight. Like, he doesn't cut that much. I'm a pretty big super welterweight, so I cut a little bit more. So we're kind of still it's all meeting in the middle. Who cares who's the favourite, who's got this advantage? We're going to get in there and we're going to punch each other in the head.
What, I guess, have you been working on in this camp, different to previous camps? Anything in particular, or business as usual for yourself?
I'm not going to give you my full game plan, that's for sure. But just fine-tuning technical skills, really. Going through basics, a lot of basic work, but then working more complicated stuff. I've been studying a lot of fighters I admire. One in particular is my dad. I watched a lot of his fights throughout this preparation, and
a lot of comparisons coming up, Tim, to your dad. If you were to sort of look at it, do you think you fight more like your dad than Tim does? Is that something you look to do, or how do you see that?
I don't know. I just fight the way I fight. I fight how I feel. I'm not trying to imitate someone. I do what I see and I can feel I can do. And who cares who looks more like who? We're starting to see a bit more boxing from you, though, as you sort of progress in your career, a bit more smarter in the ring there. Is that something you're conscious of, that you need to sort of tighten up in certain areas? Well, you guys haven't really seen a fight of me in a while, like a long fight, since Cohen, and that was 1.5 years ago. I've been training pretty much non-stop since. I had a hand injury, but I still was doing things that I could still do. Like, although I wasn't able to punch, I was still able to shadow box. I was still able to fine-tune other things. So I've been, cooking a lot in the back.
Is that, a couple of fights ago we saw this quirky sort of Nikita Tszyu. We haven't sort of seen you sort of say anything too outrageous, this fight build up. You've been fairly relaxed. Are you sort of feeling more comfortable amongst all this media and all this attention now at this point in your career?
The quirky stuff, I think, just comes from just speaking my mind. Sometimes I don't feel like talking, and sometimes I do feel like talking. Sometimes I feel like saying something that will piss some people off and it'll make people freak out, but other days I just want to stay silent.
Do you feel like some boxers sort of take things too serious and you're sort of just here having a good time, and you sort of realise the seriousness of the fight, but you're sort of enjoying the process as well?
Yeah, just living in the moment, really. Just if you're constantly stressed out about overthinking, it takes a toll on you. And I just live each day by each day and not think too much about it.
Got your grandpa Boris next to you here. What impact does he have on your career?
He's a big motivator. He's very passionate about the sport. He's very passionate about everything to do with us. For us, Tim and I, we are everything to him. Like, it helps him get out of bed. It gives him a purpose. And I feel like a great honour in
pleasing him. And I do a lot of this, not just for him, but like a lot of it goes to him as well.
I want to get your thoughts on Tim Tszyu's recent performance. There were some critics out there saying he perhaps should have got that guy out of there, but when you look at it from a purely boxing point of view, he boxed smart, boxed well. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, he boxed very smart. That's exactly what happened. He did the job. He didn't get careless. He didn't get reckless. He fought very smart and just systematically broke him. Maybe he could have turned it up a notch. Well, he probably could have turned it up a notch. But there's no need to do that all the time. And it was a smart fight.
Last one, any mind games this week? We obviously saw Michael Zerafa have a crack at me a few weeks ago. Do you think we could see the real Michael Zerafa come out this week?
Yeah, I want to see you give him an interview. Please, get a little round too.
I didn't back down. I stood my ground. I was pretty happy.
I was trying to get you to throw the microphone at him. And you just didn't listen. I didn't say it loud enough.
What did you make of that, though? He sort of switches, right?
There was a bit of there was a switch, but it was also like a lack of control. Like he obviously was pissed off about it, and yeah, he can get pissed off about things, but then he was unable to kind of calm himself down, and he just kind of went on a roll, like kind of spiraled down.
All right, mate. Nice one. We'll catch up with you later in the week.
Yeah, thank you.